sister, Emily, passed away last spring, leaving behind her disabled son, Michael. At 10 years old, he was confined to a wheelchair with a rare neuromuscular disorder. Our father, a man of harsh judgments and colder hearts, often called him defective trash, words that pierced deeper than any physical pain Michael endured. Growing up, Emily and I had always known our father to be a strict, uncompromising man. His life was built on principles of strength and perfection, values he tried to instill in us. Emily, with her kindness and gentle spirit, had often been at odds with him. Her untimely death had left a void in our family, one that Michael, with his unique challenges, seemed unable to fill in our father's eyes. Michael's life had always been a struggle, but he faced it with a courage and grace that belied his age. His eyes, a deep, soulful blue, held a wisdom far beyond his years. Despite his limitations, he found joy in the simplest things: the warmth of the sun on his face, the melody of birdsong, the rustle of leaves in the breeze. One day, as I was helping Michael with his homework, I noticed him gazing longingly at the backyard. "What are you thinking about, buddy?" I asked. "I wish I could play outside like the other kids," he replied softly. The words hit me hard. I had always known Michael felt different, but hearing his desire so plainly broke my heart. I resolved to find a way to give him a taste of the freedom he longed for. That evening, I approached my father. "Dad, I want to build a ramp and some accessible play equipment in the backyard for Michael." He scowled, his face hardening. "Why bother? He'll never be like other kids." "Maybe not," I said, my voice steady. "But he deserves to have some fun. He deserves to feel like a kid." For a moment, I saw a flicker of something in my father's eyes. Regret, perhaps, or sorrow. But it was quickly replaced by his usual stoic expression. "Do what you want," he muttered, turning away. With my father's reluctant consent, I enlisted the help of a few friends. Over the next few weekends, we worked tirelessly to transform the backyard. We built a sturdy ramp, installed a swing with a secure harness, and created a sensory garden filled with fragrant flowers and textured plants. The day we finished, I wheeled Michael out to see the surprise. His eyes widened with amazement, and a smile spread across his face. "Is this for me?" he asked, his voice trembling with emotion. "All for you, buddy," I replied, tears welling up in my eyes. As Michael explored his new playground, I glanced over at the house and saw my father watching from the window. He had a strange look on his face, one I couldn't quite decipher. Days turned into weeks, and Michael's joy became the highlight of our lives. He spent hours outside, his laughter echoing through the neighborhood. Slowly, something began to change in my father. He started spending more time with Michael, pushing him on the swing, helping him tend to the garden. The harsh words ceased, replaced by a tenderness I had never seen before. One afternoon, I found them sitting together under the old oak tree. Michael was showing my father a flower he had grown, explaining how he had cared for it. My father listened intently, a soft smile playing on his lips. "He's a good kid," my father said quietly, almost to himself. "He always has been," I replied. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the yard, I realized something profound. Michael, with his gentle spirit and unyielding resilience, had touched my father's heart in a way nothing else could. He had shown him the beauty of unconditional love and acceptance. In the end, it wasn't just Michael's life that was transformed. It was all of ours. My father's heart had opened, and our family had found a new sense of unity and purpose. Michael had taught us that true strength lies not in physical perfection, but in the courage to love and embrace one another, flaws and all. One summer evening, my father and I sat on the porch, watching Michael play in the backyard. The sky was painted with hues of pink and orange, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. "Dad," I began, breaking the comfortable silence, "I've been thinking about something." He looked at me, his eyes softening. "What is it, son?" "I want to start a foundation in Emily's name, something to help kids like Michael, to provide them with the resources and support they need." My father's face grew serious, and for a moment I feared he would dismiss the idea, but then he nodded slowly. I think that's a wonderful idea. Emily would be proud. We began working on the foundation together, pooling our resources and reaching out to the community. The response was overwhelming. People from all walks of life came forward to offer their support, inspired by Michael's story and the transformation they had witnessed in our family. The foundation grew, offering scholarships, therapy sessions, and accessible playgrounds to children with disabilities. Michael became the face of our mission, his radiant smile and indomitable spirit inspiring countless others. As the years passed, our bond as a family grew stronger. My father, once a man of rigid beliefs, had become a champion for children with disabilities, using his influence and resources to advocate for their rights. He spoke at conferences, attended fundraisers, and personally visited families in need, offering them the same hope and support he had once denied his own grandson. One evening, as we prepared for the Foundation's annual gala, my father pulled me aside. "I owe you an apology," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "I was wrong about Michael. I was wrong about everything. Thank you for not giving up on him. Or me." Tears welled up in my eyes as I embraced him. "We all needed each other, Dad. Michael showed us the way." That night, as I watched Michael wheel himself onto the stage to deliver a speech, I felt an overwhelming sense of pride and gratitude. He spoke eloquently, his words filled with hope and determination. The audience was captivated, moved to tears by his story. "My mother always told me that love is the greatest strength," Michael said, his voice steady and clear. She was right. It's love that has brought us all here tonight. It's love that has changed my grandfather's heart, and it's love that will continue to guide us as we build a world where everyone is valued, no matter their abilities. The applause was thunderous, a testament to the impact Michael had made. As he wheeled off the stage, my father and I stood together, our hearts full. In that moment, I realized that Emily's legacy lived on in each of us, in our love, our resilience, and our commitment to making the world a better place. And in Michael, the boy my father had once called defective trash, we had found the true meaning of strength and redemption. Our lives had been forever changed by a child who refused to be defined by his limitations. Through him, we had learned that the greatest gift we can give each other is the unwavering belief in our potential to overcome, to grow, and to love unconditionally. The foundation continued to grow, touching the lives of thousands of families across the country. We established partnerships with schools, hospitals, and community centers, creating a network of support for children with disabilities and their families. The annual gala became a celebrated event, drawing attendees from all walks of life who were inspired by Michael's story and the work we were doing. One day, while visiting a new accessible playground we had helped fund in a neighboring town, Michael and I met a little girl named Lily. She had the same neuromuscular disorder as Michael, and her mother shared their struggles with us. Michael listened intently, offering words of encouragement and sharing his own experiences. As we left, Lily's mother hugged us both, tears in her eyes. "Thank you," she whispered. "You've given us hope." Driving home, I looked at Michael, who was gazing out the window lost in thought. "You know, buddy, you're making a real difference in people's lives." He smiled, a quiet pride shining in his eyes. "I just want everyone to know they're not alone, that they can have a full, happy life, no matter what." As the years went by, Michael continued to be a beacon of hope and inspiration. He excelled in school, and with the help of adaptive technology, he pursued his passion for science and engineering. His dream was to design more efficient and affordable mobility aids, ensuring that every child with a disability had access to the tools they needed to live independently. My father, who had once viewed Michael as a burden, became his biggest supporter. They spent countless hours in the workshop, tinkering with prototypes and brainstorming new ideas. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day, a testament to the transformative power of love and acceptance. One winter evening, as we sat by the fire, Michael shared his latest invention with us, a lightweight, all-terrain wheelchair designed for outdoor adventures. My father examined it carefully, his eyes filled with admiration. "This is incredible, Michael. You've outdone yourself." Michael beamed with pride. "Thanks, Grandpa. I just want kids like me to experience the world without limitations." My father nodded, his expression thoughtful. "You know, I used to think that strength was about physical perfection, but you've shown me that true strength comes from within. It's about resilience, determination, and the courage to face life's challenges head-on." Tears welled up in my eyes as I watched them together. "We're so proud of you, Michael. You've taught us all so much." As the fire crackled and the snow fell gently outside, I felt a deep sense of gratitude for the journey we had all taken. Our lives had been forever changed by a boy who refused to be defined by his limitations, who had shown us the true meaning of love and strength. And in that, we found our redemption. After the tragic passing of his sister Emily, a man takes in her disabled son Michael, who is confined to a wheelchair due to a rare neuromuscular disorder. Michael's grandfather, a man of harsh judgments and old-fashioned views on strength and perfection, initially dismisses the boy as defective trash. However, Michael's unyielding resilience, gentle spirit, and unbreakable courage begin to transform their lives in ways they never imagined. As the family builds a new life centered around love, acceptance, and unity, they embark on a journey of redemption. Through Michael's inspiration, they create a foundation in Emily's name, dedicated to helping children with disabilities and their families. This touching story reveals the true meaning of strength and the profound impact one child's love and determination can have on a family and a community.